Welcome to the teaching and prophetic ministry of Emmanuel Areo, lead pastor of Build Network Global. It is his vision to make God's people rule through the restoration of kingdom civilization in our various spheres of influence. Come and build with us.
Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of the devices. So, this is how the devil works. He walks underground to ensure you can't trace that he is there, but he continues to work. And subtly, we live in a society, in a age and a time where there are ideologies that are being enforced that is obvious that they are antichrists. Ideologies that are creeping into even believers, and many times believers either don't have an answer or cannot stand on the foundations of their conviction, and it's a problem. It would have been okay if it was in the world, but it gets bad when it starts to enter church, because we should be the light of the world, the salt of the earth. You should have fresh air in church. Do you understand what I mean by fresh air? That if the whole world is troubling you, these people are running crazy, when you enter church, there should be fresh air. So it means that it's bad enough that the world continues in their rubbish. It's worse when it starts to enter into church. And there are several ideologies that are already trending. Several. You know, it was painful when I heard that, I think the church in England, you know, the Lord's Prayer. Let's say the Lord's Prayer together, 1, 2, go. Our Father who art. And so the church in England decided that is no more our Father, is our non-gendered parents who is in heaven. You see, this is a problem. And you see, it doesn't start from there. It starts from when church people decide to use "I'm unavailable" in a Christian song. Because we copy too much and we do not find out, we do not realize we are the salt of the earth. We should create trends, not copy. And our copying is causing a problem. We are picking everything hook, line, and sinker, and it's affecting there are many Christians that do not know the foundations of their faith. They are hearing things and receiving things that is changing their ideologies. When you enter several public rooms, or what do you call it? So some Twitter spaces, rooms where people are having in quotes sensible conversations or intellectual conversations. When they talk about religion, you will see a Paul. His name is Paulo. His great grandfather was, I think the qualifications of Paul was equal to having 2 masters degrees. He was a very wise. And you are Paul, and they ask him questions about the gospel. I heard of one guy that went to preach. He went to preach evangelism, and as he was preaching to this person was an atheist. And was he an atheist or something? And the guy brought an argument, and after a while, the evangelist was being evangelized. The guy was already saying, I see what you I see what you are saying. It's making sense. Making sense. But there's a problem. In church these days now, we do not know if sex before marriage is right or wrong. That's how one foolish guy came and said he was a pastor. Said that there was nothing like fornication in the Bible. You know, have you heard those kinds of statements? They will bring something and say, somebody said one time too that we don't serve Jesus because the word J was not in English, was not a word when Jesus was alive. So Jesus is an American construct, a white man construct to enslave the black man. And you will see a believer there saying, what are you saying to? But because there is a problem, subtly, somebody is already doubting what he once believed. And there are things that the Bible calls the things that are most surely believed amongst us. If they can change your ideology about Jesus, there is a problem. And God is God. Jesus is a prophet. Ogun too was one. How? Yeah. And if we're not, listen, we're smiling, but it's a problem because there is a falling away. There are many young believers that do not know what they believe again. Hope you know that Jesus said, be careful what you hear. He said, be careful how you hear, because it's not enough that you heard it. How you heard what you heard is as important as what you heard. I've said it several times. how you hear what you hear. So when somebody says fornication was not a word when the Bible was written, good, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with what you just said. Now, what do you want to gain with that spiritual information? That there is no fornication. Continue. Then it means that men can do whatever they want to. In fact, men are even polygamous in... Young ladies, guys have already told you that line many times now. Men are polygamous in nature. So they tell you all of that, and they say so God does not have a problem with before marriage. Because you see, it's not enough that you heard. Certainly when you are hearing information that starts to go against sola scriptura, very soon you will start to doubt the word of God about several things. Is lying really true? Is he a sin? There is a problem with culture, and they are already preparing our children's home, because we struggled with masturbation. That was major. Our parents didn't struggle with masturbation like us. It's because of the level of sexual freedom since 1960 that birth controls were invented. Even the church did not have a stand against unrighteousness, and anybody that has a stand against unrighteousness, they say it's all these deeper people, holiness men.